Hey, Jessica.
Hey,
Thanks for joining me on Coffee and Conversations with Rachel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Since this is called Coffee and Conversations with Rachel, what's your favorite coffee? Or do you like coffee?
Yeah, I love coffee, but fun thing about is that I don't know the name which coffee I like, but I just love coffee.
Okay, did you drink it back in Africa or did you start drinking it here?
So I started drinking in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got over here and you just can't figure out which kind it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I take Colombian coffee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we are doing a series on our international ministry here at Westover. And I would just love to know more of your story. I know you haven't been here long, and I'm sure lots of people from Westover would. So I'd love for you to share that with us.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. My name's Jessica Kauzi. I'm 26 years old. I come from Congo, but I was living in Kenya. I live in Kenya more than 10 years with my daughter. She's 13 years now. Her name is Bernice. Yeah, and I love her so much. She's everything to me. You know, the reason why I say I love her so much because she opened the doors for me.
Uh-huh.
I believe in that. I live in Kenya 10 years or maybe 11 years. Life was not easy there. I struggled to live there with my daughter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how did you end up from Kenya to Congo?
I came through, it's like a truck. I don't know how you call it here. It's like, maybe we call it a truck.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can call it a truck. Yeah.
When you don't have any document, maybe you have someone who want to help you.
Uh-huh.
That person will put you on that trailer, like maybe it's hiding you because of the police that they cannot catch you until you reach where you are going.
Okay. And how long was that journey from Kenya to Congo?
1 week.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because I remember I live in Congo, it was on Monday. And then I arrived in Kenya, it was on Saturday.
Okay. And how old was your daughter, Bernice?
She was almost 2 years.
Okay. So she was still very young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I arrived in Kenya, it was 2014, November. The reason why I went to Kenya, it was because of the war that is going through right now. I lost my mom there. I was living with me and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Then I didn't have anyone to help me there. My mom was having a friend from Kenya. And then that friend said, I will take you to Kenya. At least your life is going to change there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I found myself in Kenya. I didn't know how we can get there.
When you got to Congo, how long were you there?
In Congo?
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Congo when I was 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have your son over in Congo or when you got here?
No. I only came in with my daughter. I gave birth when I was 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, there's, some hard stuff that comes with that too.
Yeah, I gave birth when I was 13 years to my daughter, Bernice.
Uh-huh.
Then when she was almost 2 years, that's why we go to Kenya, at least to look for a peace life. Maybe life would change there.
Okay. And your mom, she passed away when you were about 13 years old too then, or 13 to 15?
Yeah, my mom passed away when I was 13 years.
Okay.
My daughter, she was 2 years. Let me say 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you didn't know anyone in Kenya, really, so you got on a truck and went to Congo.
Yeah, I didn't know anyone.
Oh, that's so hard.
The only person I knew was a friend of my mom, because my mom used to sell like wig, some African clothes. He was traveling to Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. That's why how she met a friend. And also a friend used to come to Congo and go back to Kenya.
Okay. So they would make that journey back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
When you were in Congo, how did you get to America?
When I reached to Congo, to Kenya, sorry, a friend of my mom, then she says, since you're here, you don't have any documents, let me take you to an organization called UNCR. They can help you.
Okay.
Then when I went there, I went to register there as a refugee. It was 2014 November. Then they say that they cannot help me to rent or taking care of my kid. I just have to go back and sit with a friend of my mom. Then they told me that when I'm staying with a friend of my mom, they are going to process my case. Then they say, you just live here. This is your paper. You will live here as a refugee since you don't have any document. Then I say, okay. Then I waited since 2014. I waited I didn't know the country that they will take me for, because if you went to UNCR, they take time for them to tell you which country you are going. Yeah. So I was patient because I didn't know anyone. I didn't know where to go. I have to wait for them to do everything for me so that I can come here. For me to come here in Kenya, in America, I waited more than 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that 12 years was not easy for me in Kenya. I passed so much
trauma that went on in there.
Yeah.
And you were in a refugee camp, or you were living with your mom's friend?
No, I didn't go to the refugee camp because my daughter was having an issue with a lot of sun. Where there's a lot of warm. My daughter was having a problem like a nose. How do you call it?
Was it her nose was like running, bleeding?
Yeah,
okay.
bleeding. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then they say that since she have that problem, they can't take us in refugee camp. You just have to stay in Kenya, Nairobi. And then that's why I was staying with a friend of my mom. Then their life was not easy for me.
With your friend's mom?
Okay. Yeah, with my friend's mom. Like in Kenya, if someone offered you like, I'm going to help you to stay here, you're going to eat, you're going to sleep. And like if that person, maybe she's married, life is not easy. You're not working. You're not doing anything. They're doing everything for you. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you lived with them for 12 years?
No, I lived with him like almost 3 years.
3 years. And then you got papers to come to America?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I lived with her almost 3 years.
Okay.
Then I say I can't continue living with her because like her husband was taking like advantage of me.
Okay.
Because since he was helping me, living with his house, he's paying everything, he's buying food for me and my daughter. Then I come and say this is too much. I can't live with him.
There's stuff that came along with living with him. Yeah.
And then I told that lady, I'm not going to stay with you anymore. And then she said, you don't have anyone here. What are you going to do? I didn't want to tell her what was going on between me and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I said, you just take me to the UNCR. Maybe they will know what they will do. Maybe they want to help me. Then she said, okay. I stayed with her since 2014 up to 2016.
And then she agreed to take you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She wanted to know what was going on. Then I didn't want to tell her because, maybe I will break up family. Then when I reached UNCR, I go and tell them what was going on there. Then I said, I don't want to stay with the lady again. Then the UNCR say, okay, we're going to help you. You're going to look for a house where you're going to stay. Then they look for me a house as a place we called Kibera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a slum.
Okay.
Yeah. I stayed there. Same life was not easy there.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. My daughter was not going to school because sometimes if you don't work, you don't have job, you don't have, like, in Kenya, it's like if you don't have ID there and you're not Kenyan, it's not easy people to give you a job.
And how long were you in UNCR is what you said? How long did you stay there?
I stayed in CR since 2014
Okay.
up to 2024.
Oh, so, okay, you stayed there quite a while till you got to America.
Yeah.
And so when you were there, what did the process look like to get over to America?
They always tell you that you have to be easy, you have to be patient, because they are not the one who take decision. They're just gonna help you hear your story, why you came, why you leave your country, you came to Kenya. What's the reason? I told them the reason I was coming to Kenya, I was running from my stepfather.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason why I reached to Kenya. I was running from my stepfather because it was the one who was the reason why my mom passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's
Yeah, it was the reason why my mom passed away. Then after that, it was the reason too why I left my country to go to a country that I don't know. I don't know how life is gonna be there. Just let me live, because I didn't want my daughter to.
be raised up like that.
Yeah.
So you were at the UNCR. How did you get to America? Was it like a lottery system, or did they get all your paperwork filled out and you finally got to come over here?
UNCR, they are the people helping you to get your paper, to get your process, to either, if they choose you, go to Canada, to Australia.
Oh, okay. So there was a few different places you could go.
Yeah.
Did you get to choose it all, or were they like,
No,
you're going to America?
I didn't
Okay.
choose. They are the one who chose for me that I will go to America. For you to come here, you have to wait. You have to go to do some interviews.
Oh,
Then
okay.
after that, you have to go to the embassy. You do an interview. Then if you pass to, embassy interviews, that's why they'll give you ahead of that. You wait for it's like embassy immigration. They're going to call us. Then we'll let you know when you're going to
Okay.
go to America.
Did you know you were coming to Austin, or did they just tell you America?
No, I didn't know. I was, the place I knew that I was going, it was Washington, D.C.
Oh,
That
okay.
was the address I gave them. Then when they called me and said, actually when they called me was when my daughter was graduating in grade 6.
Oh,
Yeah. Then they called me on Friday. On Friday, they say I have to go on Monday to sign some papers. But for them to call you, you go and sign. For you to come to America, it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
When I do my interviews, I finished doing my interview, it was 2019. Then the embassy called me in 2020 to go and do my interview, to wait for the visa to come. Since 2020, I waited my visa up to 2024.
Oh, wow. So it was a very long wait.
Yeah.
Was your daughter looking forward to moving here since she was a little bit older, or was she hesitant about it, or how did she feel about it?
She felt good.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very, I don't know how I can explain it, because maybe sometimes she said that her life is changed, not like the way we used to live in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, she
loved Africa.
She loved being here.
Oh, okay. She does love. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
And your son, he was born over in Africa.
Yeah, my son was born in Africa.
Okay.
My son was born in 2020, June 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know how I got my son? It's something like, I don't know. I was not married. I was just in a relationship. Then I come to find out that I'm pregnant. Then,
Well, what a little blessing, though. I mean, a little
Yeah.
boy. And I'm sure he's sweet and wonderful.
Yeah, it's sweet. I'm so thankful. Maybe, maybe God was waiting for me to get him there. That's why we'll come here together.
Okay.
Yeah. Before for me coming here, in Kenya, if you give birth, like when I gave my son, I was waiting for the visa.
Uh-huh.
Then suddenly I come to find out that I'm pregnant. I have to look for his father to go and sign the papers so that we can come here.
Okay.
But for me, it was not easy. That's why I waited almost 4 years for the visa to come out. Because when I got pregnant, I went and tell my partner that I'm pregnant. He denied. He says it's not his baby. I have to go and look for his father.
Okay. So it took you a while to.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Okay.
Then I came, I gave birth to my son on 2020, June 7. After 1 week when I gave birth, then Corona came. I was knowing that after 3 months, I'll go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was out in the hospital, my manager called me and said, you know what, Jessica? Because of Corona now, you have a small baby. You won't be working with us anymore. I was like, what? He said, yeah, because for the sake of you and your son, we are not going to help you anymore.
Oh, so then you didn't have a job after the baby. Okay.
I didn't have a job after that. I struggled for my 2 babies.
Yeah. That is very hard. And you are so strong though.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got papers signed, you got to America and.
Yeah, it took time for me to come here because they say they can't help me until I found the father.
Yeah.
You have to go and sign the papers so that we can come. I tried to explain to them, I don't know where he is. The place where he was living, he moved, is no more there. I tried to look for him. I tried at least maybe just to ask him to go and sign the paper so that we can come. No. I tried. I waited for 4 good years. I tried to explain to them. They didn't want to listen. Then I come to find a lady. Her name is Jackie in NCR. I tried to explain to her. I told her that I have a paper that it's showing my son doesn't have a father, even though I was in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Since when I told him that I'm pregnant and he says, this is not his baby. Mm. Then I showed that lady my birth certificate of my baby. In the certificate, there's a place where you have to put father's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was XX. I tried to explain to them, they didn't want to listen. But that lady, he listened to me and he said, it's okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to send you to a place called Red Cross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was here.
Yeah. Then she sent me in Red Cross. I went and explained to them. They say, okay, we're going to help you. Then the Red Cross gave me a paper that it's going to show them. I waited for so long. His father was not there. Then when I went to NCR, I showed them. Then they say, okay, you have to wait until this, it's proof that it's good to go. Yeah.
That was a very long, hard journey for you.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, that was not easy. And wow, I'm just like amazed at you. That is very impressive. All you went through with 2 kids to get here. How long have you been here now?
Now it's only 3 months.
Okay, I knew it hadn't been super long. Okay.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest struggle since you've gotten here?
Here.
Yeah.
At least now I can say here life is not like in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, life here at least is better, is good. And I also thank God I found a church that called
Okay.
Westover.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the first time when I came here, I feel like I found a family that I've never found for so long.
Oh.
Like everyone was like, oh, come on. Everyone was like, want to know you. Want to know how long have you been here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a very sweet church.
Yeah.
Did you end up in Austin? Did you know you were coming to Austin?
Yeah, I knew I was coming to Austin
Okay.
when I went to take my visa.
Okay.
It was on Monday. Remember I told you on Friday my daughter was graduating.
Yeah.
Then on Monday on Friday they called me. They say I have to go on Monday to sign some papers.
Yeah.
When I went to sign some papers, they told me that I'm going to Austin.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. And when you got to Austin, how did you find Westover?
I found Westover through my caseworker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. His name is Shukuru.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the one asking me, do you like to go to church? Then I told him, yeah, I would like to go to church because I'm getting bored here. At least I want to know some people, talking to them, know how life is going here. Then he said, yeah, that's why I'm asking you if you are willing, if you're okay to go with my church. It's okay. And if you don't feel good, it's okay.
Have both of your kids liked the youth group and the children's ministry and everything here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, my daughter love here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think so many people love her.
What have you loved about Westover so far?
You know, Westover, it's like, I don't know how I can explain. Westover, it's like home.
Uh-huh.
You know, sometimes I don't feel like it's a church more than a church.
Yeah.
It's like a home to me.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah. Because, you know, sometimes my daughter, always when she came home, she said, Mom, you know, about church, we learn this and this and this. My friend, meet new friends. They love me. They don't, you know, sometimes my daughter was afraid that they're going to laugh. Maybe she doesn't know how to speak good English, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, Mom, you know, I'm afraid. But first time when she came here, she was like, she loved being here.
Oh, so they just embraced her and just loved her for who she was.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. And that doesn't surprise me at all because I feel like the youth is amazing here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your really hard story with us.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I say my daughter, she's like a blessing to me.
Yeah.
Through her, you know, when I reached in Kenya, I didn't know that she's gonna go to school, study until she reached in grade 6.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I thank God I found there's a lady I found in Kenya. She lives in Washington, D.C. She's the one who helping my daughter since she was in grade 1 up to 6th grade.
The lady in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
How would she do that?
You know, in Kenya, when I reached in Kenya, actually in Congo, for you to go to school is not easy. Sometimes maybe because of money, because of there's no peace there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy for you to go to school. Then when I reached in Kenya, when I went to UNCR, UNCR, they sent me to a place called like Children's Home. I stayed in Children's Home like 6 months. Then after that, they said, I have to go to school. If I'm okay with school, I have to go to school. Then I come to fresh my mind. I say, in Congo, there's no school there. Now I have opportunity to go to school without paying anything.
So you got to go to school too. Oh,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I say, okay, let me focus on my education. At least it's going to help me one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I focused there. I went to school. I finished my primary there. I went to high school. I didn't finish my high school because sometimes of money. Then the same, like children's home, like orphanage. Yeah. There's a lady from Washington, D.C. She came there. She asked staff. They are living with us there. They say, we came here. We come from Washington, D.C. We are looking for maybe 10 or 15 girls who are willing to go and study I will tell you my story. It's like filmmaker.
Oh, like filmmaking?
Yeah,
Oh,
filmmaking.
okay.
Then I say, yeah, I'm willing to do that because I was loving to do
Just learning.
Yeah. Then I say, yeah, okay. When we went there, then they say that we have to write something about what you love mostly. Then I wrote my story, where I come from, how I get my daughter pregnant. I wrote my own story. Then they love my story. Then the lady called me in private, and then she said, are you okay? You, Jessica, I love your story. I would like to ask you if you would like to go back to school.
Aww.
Then I told her, yeah, I would like to go back to school. Then she asked me, I know you wrote that you want to go and study air hostess. You know that?
A what?
Flight attendant.
Oh, flight attendant, yeah.
Yeah. Then I say, yeah, we like that. But for now, I'm requesting if you are willing to take my daughter to school because I don't have any money. Yeah, and then she say, are you sure? And come here, yeah, are you sure you want to sacrifice your
education?
Your education because of your daughter? Then I told her, yeah. Then she say, okay, I'm going to do that. You just go and look for a school where you would like her to go to school and I will take care of her. Then when I went, I looked for the school. I come and give out the papers. She said, it's okay. I love everything you wrote about your story. I promise I'm going to take care of your daughter.
Aww.
She was there with me since my daughter was 3 years up to now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Sometimes I say it's God.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't want my daughter to go same life where I went through.
You completely changed it for her.
Yeah, that's why I said, let me change my life to give up.
You gave up something for her so she could live a different life. Yeah. Oh, that's very sweet. I feel like, right, that's what Jesus is, just love. Yeah.
And then when I wanted to come here, I called a lady. Her name is Emily. When I called her, I say, Emily, you know what? My visa has come out. I'm coming to America. She was crying, so excited, so happy because she know the life I went through in Kenya. Yeah, she was very happy. For her, she is like a mom to me because when I really needed help, she was there for my daughter to go to school. If my daughter wanted this and this, she was there giving my daughter.
Oh, do you get to talk to her? Have you got to talk to her some since you got here?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Have you ever met her?
Not yet.
Okay.
But she says she's gonna come probably this year.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
What a sweet, that'll be so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So she lived in Washington.
Yeah.
And she just got a hold of you from the filmmaking thing.
Yeah, we met
really
there.
Neat.
When she came and chose, I say, okay.
Oh, so she came to...
She was in Africa.
She came to, okay.
Yeah, she was in Africa. She was the one who telling you, do this and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and wrote your story that you like people to know, you like the world to know about you. That's where I decided, let me write my story. Maybe some people
Okay, that's how, I didn't realize she came to Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really neat.
Yeah, she was in Africa there. Then the thing that she loved mostly was I wrote a story about me. Same, I read a story that when I was born, I never celebrated my birthday until I was 24 years. Then she did a surprise for me. I didn't know.
Yeah. That's really sweet. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us on how you got over here and just your life and everything.
Yeah. So, thank you.